Hello and welcome to Poetry. Last week's theme was wild, and I asked people to interpret that in whichever way they liked, and thanks to Gillian and John for sending poems in this week. So the first one from Gillian, called The Wild Passionate Thought. He was the school heartthrob, an absolute charmer. The way he talked, the way he walked, he was good looking and he knew it. Young foolish hearts ached for his company and he basked in their attention. He had the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme. Oh, how I wanted to be one of them. We all wanted to sit next to him at school, but I could only look from a distance and drool. Then the school photo time came around. He would sit there with that confident smile while lovesick girls would jostle and elbow each other. Bright, fresh, smiling faces eager to be near. Every day the scene was set and he picked a different girl to take home for tea. Weeks and months passed and I was never asked to go for that elusive tea. I would pass his house near to Grey Street School, Bootle, on the way to visit the Lavender Lady. She lived in the same street, a perfect excuse. Maybe I could catch a glimpse of him through his window. Maybe he would invite me in. But alas, it was never to be. I would never chase him or put my cards on the table. I was just a mystery. Thank you, Jill, for that lovely heart back to school days and the school crushes that no doubt we all had at one time or another. Also intrigued about the Lavender Lady. Who was the Lavender Lady and why was she called that? Was it a perfume she used, or did she have little bags of lavender around? Very interested to know that. So yeah, a couple of characters in that poem for a start, which I mentioned because it's got me thinking about that. So now here's a piece from John H, and here it goes. It's raining cats and dogs in the mind of Joe Bloggs. It's red sky this morning to Joe Bloggs. This is a warning. A strong wind blows through Joe Bloggs' mind. It doesn't blow the cobwebs. It's not that kind. The wind is now a hurricane. Joe Bloggs' mind swings like a weather vane. The clouds gather in Joe Bloggs' mind. He wants to escape, leaves them behind. It starts to rain in that mind of his. If this bad weather would stop, it would be bliss. Thunder roars in the distance. The weather in his mind is insistent. Cloud, rain and thunder. Why is all this bad weather in my mind? Joe Bloggs often wondered. He watched the news on BBC. There was no weather, so tuned into ITV. A stunning girl read the news. Joe Bloggs' clouds lifted, so did his blues. The stunning girl read the weather. He fell in love with her. Her name was Heather. She forecast the depressing weather had passed. Joe Bloggs gave a cheer and cried, "At last!" Brilliant, John. Really nice idea. That weather blows through our minds and brings all kinds with it, from hurricanes to pouring rain. It's amazing what it takes to get rid of that weather and bring the sun out. Hey, thank you, John. That's a brilliant piece. So again, there we have a character in Joe Bloggs, and it got me thinking back to the group of folks who used to come to the Brolly before the lockdown happened to do poetry on a Monday with me, and we used to do everybody would sort of write their own individual things, and we'd do a lot of chat and bouncing ideas around, and quite often we'd work on a group poem, and I'd ask people to select bits from their work quite often, or sometimes it would just be worked around the theme for that day. And the theme in this week was about what goes overlooked, and the group wrote this poem called My Name is Annie. Who am I, so quiet and still, unnoticed by passers-by? Looking at my feet, I missed the murmuration. You don't know things, keeping up with the Joneses. You are poor, but in the place where I belong, nothing's automatic, nothing's regimented. Yellow flowers catch my eye, my laughter shakes the trees. So I get a really nice impression of this Annie, who lives on the street and watches the starlings do those wonderful patterns in the sky and notices flowers that perhaps other people miss. I always thought that was a lovely poem, and on the blog I hope will be a further bit of inspiration. It's a poem by Maya Angelou called Uncle Willie, about another character, in this case real life character. So the theme for this coming week is characters, whether they could be someone you know, someone you have known, like Gillian, someone from way back when at school. It could be someone that you've just invented, but characters are quite interesting because they've all got quirks. We've all got quirks, likes and dislikes, little interesting aspects of behaviour and mood, and like Joe blogs, thinking that of their mind in terms of the weather. So that's the theme for this week. We'd love to receive your poetry on that theme, or on anything which has been on your mind this week, or if you've dug any poems out that you wrote a while ago, we'd love to see them, and I'd love to read them. So that's it for this week, and I'll be back tomorrow with some stuff about health and food if you want to join me for that. So take care till then. Bye bye.